Well, I would like to appreciate some dignitaries among us. I want to welcome the representative of NACON chairman, that is the Commissioner Finance, holding much of our money that are trapped in NACON. Alhamdulillah, you are here today. And I want to appreciate you again, you and the Commissioner of Operation. I remember during the post-Arafah meeting we had in Mecca, when many staff of NACON were giving their report. The two operators were totally exempted from mention. It was only you and the Commissioner of Operation that brought everything back to normal. We appreciate you. May Allah continue to strengthen you. I want to appreciate the Secretary of our Board of Trustees, Madam Abubakar Sadiq. I appreciate you so much. I want to appreciate the former president of AHUON, who is unavoidably absent here today, because he was believed, in fact, he was on his way from Kano to Abuja before the unfortunate incident happened. May Allah continue to strengthen him for the irreparable loss. I want to appreciate all members of our home that are here present. I want to thank you for your patience and resilience, most especially the NEC members. I remember before the last year Hajj, we were in Saudi Arabia for almost 2 weeks or more than that, scouting for another service provider. We did our best. At the end of the day, we presented our report to NACON, only for NACON to change the awards towards the end of towards the start of the operation. Even though we have 99% support for that effort, but because of just 1% that are not supporting it, NACON decided to force trade on us, and the result is evident. Now, my paper is on airlifting, just like our leaders and brothers have critically said that airlifting is a critical aspect of Hajj operation. Even if you get visa and there is no aircraft that will convey your pilgrim to Saudi Arabia, it will amount to yes. And now that Saudi Arabia is encouraging group movement, either for Umrah or Hajj, they are not encouraging people traveling in 5, 10, 2 to Saudi Arabia. They are encouraging group movement, like 200, 300. And so you are aware, most of the foreign airlines that are operating in Nigeria, none of them can accommodate 200, 300 at a go. So it is very important, essential for AHUON to deal with this problem. Now, I want to use Hajj 2024, our experience with Fly Adil. It is no longer news that the Hajj 2024 has been concluded on a high and low accounts. Like other Hajj before it, the perennial challenges of getting everything right has remained an illusion. Starting with the disappointment of exclusion from the forex concession, the delay in releasing the services amount payable to NACON accounts, the refusal to allow direct lodgement into IBAN accounts by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the challenges in the processing of visas via the new e-track or NUSUK platform, among others, were issues beyond our control in pre-Hajj. At a point in the building to the 2024 Hajj, many of us felt that the exercise may not hold incidentally. Some of our members were reluctant to apply for the license, while others decided to return the allocation after successful bid and acceptance of the offer. Needless to mention, the Hajj itself had numbers of challenges, but better than what was experienced last year. The good news was that visas were processed, and about 70% of the allocated quota to the tour operators performed the Hajj this year. Alhamdulillah. Another important achievement of the Hajj 2024 was the commission of Fly Adil to convene our pilgrims to Hajj. Now the question is, why Fly Adil? Why not other airlines? It is a known fact that with 20,000 Hajj slots allocation for the tour operators in Nigeria and the expectation of additional slot allocation in the future, the scheduled carriers currently operating in Nigeria can never satisfy our demands. And with our experience with local carriers, especially the challenges they face in acquiring good slots and right equipment every year during the Hajj season, the best option for us was to look for a Saudi-based carrier. A search team was constituted by NEC to identify the right Saudi carrier to airlift our pilgrims, among other things, like the search for a new muassasa, that is service provider. The team began by setting criteria on why we needed a Saudi carrier for the airlifting of our pilgrims, and the number of reasons includes: A, the advantage of having a direct flight to Medina or Jeddah with the maximum of 7 hours from any zone in Nigeria is incomparable with any carrier. This makes it less stressful to our passengers, save time, and helps in proper planning. B, advantage of getting good and convenient slots to leave Nigeria late and come back early, which is a common demand for most of the international pilgrims. C, the opportunity for having all our pilgrims in one or maximum 2 flights. We shouldn't forget that the Ministry of Hajj has recently introduced and is insisting on batching and groupings in pilgrim management. In the near future, the era of sending pilgrims in 3, 5 or so numbers will be over. D, the possibility of a carrier to gain access to the kingdom at the closing hours or even after closing the airspace to other international carriers. This special landing right is only available to Saudi-based carriers. The flexibility of managing the flight by our team members and ensuring our members get the best deals in timing schedules, luggage allowance, boarding processes, among others. And the possibility of having competitive fares during Hajj peak season. The AHUON SAC team were informed at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia that only 3 airlines are allowed by GACA to operate into Nigeria and airlift pilgrims for Hajj. And these airlines are the only ones that got the NCAA approval as well. 1, Saudi Airways, currently operating only from Kano, but to start Abuja very soon. This automatically left Lagos outside the equation. Although a competent scheduled carrier with big fleets, currently with 142 aircraft. However, there are antecedents in customer relations and ethical dealings and nothing to write home about. Kano people have several negative feedback about Saudi. The SAC team effort to reach out to Saudi at the kingdom was met with strong resistance because of some vested interest. 2, Flynas Airline. Another Saudi carrier with designation for Hajj service to Nigeria. It is a private airline with strong backing and good number of fleet, currently with 64 aircraft. The carrier expresses interest to work with AHUON this year. However, our experience with NACOM make this carrier a no-go area for us. Flynas is dedicated to airlifting state pilgrims, and as the rules implies, they aren't allowed to carry international passengers. 3, Manasik Aviation. We all knew the antecedent of Manasik in Nigeria, and we believe No tour operator will forgive us if we present the airline as a carrier to airlift our pilgrims. For the avoidance of doubt, Monastic Aviation was the airlines that almost scuttled our 2023 airlift arrangement with Arik Airlines. If not for the timely intervention of NACON then, under Barrister Zikrullah Ikunle Hassan, may Allah bless him, AHUON was left with only one recognized Saudi-based carrier as an available option, which is Fly Adil. Fly Adil is a Saudi low-cost airline based at the King Abdulaziz International Airport in Jeddah. It is owned by Saudi flag carrier Saudia, and the airline has a fleet of 35 aircraft currently. Our negotiation with the carrier and subsequent arrival to Nigeria was spearheaded by Labbaik National Company for Aviation, who act as GSC for the airlines. It was important to note that it took a lot of persuasion and cajoling to be able to convince the airline to participate in the Nigerian operation. The reason being the negative representation about Nigeria and the Nigerian pilgrims' behavior. You may wish to ask how AHUON got Fly Adil into Nigeria despite not being among the carriers allowed by GACA on the Nigerian road. How did this get through the NCA requirement and got its approval? How did we fend off internal and external competition? How did we navigate the several roadblocks set against the project by many interest groups? These and many other related questions are better left to posterity. What is most important was that the airline has broken the ice and started operation in Nigeria for good, inshallah. Equally important was the fact that Fly Adil has ticked all the boxes in the criteria set by the search team. 1. Fly Adil quoted the cheapest fares, that is the dollar component, out of all the airlines that operated during Hajj. In fact, engagement with Fly Adil was the main reason that crashed the airline's fares, including some scheduled carriers during Hajj season. 2. Fly Adil presented the most attractive schedule for the outbound and inbound flights. In fact, they promised to airlift our passengers even after the closure of Saudi airspace. 3. Fly Adil came on schedule in all the flights we operated and were magnanimous to extend the departure time to enable us to accommodate some pilgrims that couldn't check in at the airport on time due to some genuine reasons. And 4. Fly Adil provided our pilgrims with 2 pieces of 23 kg each as check-in luggage. It may interest you to know that AHUON supervises the weighing of the luggage in Makkah hotels. You need to witness the flexibility and understanding shown by the airlines during the exercise. I remember I was there when they were weighing some pilgrims in Mecca, even though they gave us 23 kg, 223 kg each. Some pilgrims were coming with 40 kg, 35 kg, and they were just tagging it. So it is a great plus for us. Fly Adil provided our pilgrims with internationally standard in-flight entertainment and meals. It is also important to state that our post-Hajj meeting with the airlines was very revealing and friendly. The airlines appreciated the way AHUON handled the Nigerian end of the operation, despite the many hiccups faced in the outbound operation. We were happy with the open hand reception, and we used the opportunity to address certain issues that we found necessary in our future relationship. 1. Fly Adil agreed with our demands to change its handlers in Nigeria for their lack of capacity. They also agreed to consider individual ticketing, unlike the issuing of group PNR as they did in the last operation. Fly Adil offered and AHUON accepted to be its designated carrier and partners for Hajj and Umrah operation in Nigeria. This we believe will create the fair competition that is lacking in the Hajj route currently. Fly Adil confirmed their readiness to start Umrah service to Nigeria at the request of AHUON. In fact, they requested for our verbal commitment to go ahead with an agreement with a vendor for the supply of additional wide-body aircraft to their existing fleet. I want to repeat here. Like in future Hajj operation, the Ministry of Hajj wanted to promote grouping in Umrah operation as well. They want a situation where our Umrah passenger will go in groups and exit in groups. How many scheduled carriers can offer us 200, 300 seats in a single flight? In fact, this is the most important reason why Umrah visa is not dropping anywhere in Nigeria today. We are very confident that this relationship with Fly Adil will provide our members with an alternative-friendly carrier and the freedom to be independent of any person or agency to determine the fate of our pilgrims as regards to which airline to use or not to use. Permit me at this junction to appeal for the cooperation of all our beloved members to key into the Fly Adil project. This is an opportunity for us to consolidate and work together as brothers and sisters in this business. The more the merrier, they say. And the united we are, the stronger we shall be to achieve a common goal. Let's make Fly Adil one of the solutions to this impending threat to our business. May Allah continue to protect our business and unite us to improve our services for the benefit of the traveling pilgrim. Thank you, and God bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.